Anyway, what's up, guys? Thank you for everybody who watched last week's too. I mean, we're just kind of feeling our way through this. But I want to start off again. We have merchandise for sale.
Buy it.
Yeah, please buy it. It's helping fund our next EP.
We're in debt up to our eyeballs. Please help us.
We will forever be in debt because of this. Well, hopefully not. But you know, we don't know what the future holds. But anyway, what are we talking about today, Clayton?
You know, when we were talking about topics, I should have wrote some of them down. Hold on. I remember one of them being the whole, excuse me, the whole like cassette tape thing, and the different mediums of music over the years. And I think that'd be very interesting to talk about because we've technically lived through just about all of them, if you really think about it.
I mean, kind of. The only thing I ever had, I mean, I bought CDs when I was little. My very first CD that I bought myself was 3 Days Grace. 3 Days Grace's very first album.
Okay. Was that 1X or no?
No. That
1X came after that.
That was their second album, yeah. I Had Everything About You on it, Just Like You. Yeah, some of those bangers. They were one of my favorite bands for sure when I was little.
Getting off track here, we actually saw, me, William, and Christopher saw 3 Days Grace together when we were 14. I think I was 14, you guys were 15.
Yeah, it was their very last tour with their original lead singer.
Yeah, dude.
They were on the Transit of Venus tour.
Yeah, which, I mean...
that was our very first time going to a concert alone.
And what was really funny about that is it was at a House of Blues venue in Myrtle Beach. And, you know, I've been pretty much 6 foot freak my whole life, and they weren't quite tall enough to see over everybody, and like they got out in the concert and they were bitching, especially Topher. He's gonna love that. About how they couldn't see shit, and I was like, I had a great time.
Well, I remember like that was really like an eye-opening concert because like I remember we had a lady pass out drunk at our feet. I mean, still to this day, I've never had that happen.
I forgot about that.
Still to this day, I've never had that happen again.
Yeah, that was
but like,
sick.
it was wild. I loved it.
Yeah, but that was a really great show. It really was, and you know, to me, 3 Days Grace hasn't been the same since Adam left.
No, I've seen them a couple times since.
They're still good, I think. I mean, by
also, it feels like their music, it's still great. Hasn't held up quite as much these days.
Yeah, they definitely had like a, I don't know, a niche. You know, back in the late 2000s, they were the hottest shit in the land, you know?
Oh yeah. I remember it was, I think it was SmackDown vs. Raw 2007.
2007, Animal Have Become. Dude, banger. I think that was the first time I ever heard 3 Days Grace. Dude, that game had some great fucking music on it.
Yeah, I think I heard 3 Days Grace for the first time. The reason I bought their CD is because my dad listened to rock radio stations and stuff like that, and I Had Everything About You was just a constant. Like I got that CD when I was 7, so it was 2004.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, fucking long ago. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But anyway, what else were you going to talk about with this?
Okay, so speaking of the first albums that we've ever bought, my first CDs I ever bought, I remember it like it was yesterday. Me, my brother, and my dad were in FYE in a mall, and I was looking around forever, because I couldn't decide which one I wanted. I wanted either Megadeth's Greatest Hits or the first Van Halen album. And I was in that store forever, and I'm pretty sure my dad just ended up getting pissed off. And he was like, I'm getting you both of them, we're leaving. But yeah, those are my first CDs, and I gotta say, the one that definitely had the biggest impact on me was Megadeth. I'm to this day, I mean, of course, I'm a huge Van Halen fan as well, but yeah, Megadeth definitely hit home for me. After that, I went and collected a lot of their shit, and I actually got, coming into another medium of music, I got Rust in Peace on cassette shortly after that because I was so impressed with the greatest hits that I was probably fucking 6 years old. And along with that, it was in that same FYE store. God, I owe a lot to that place. I got Black Sabbath's Paranoid on cassette, and you know what? Make fun of me all you want. I got Bon Jovi's Slippery When Wet. Okay?
You're talking to the guy who has every Nickelback album up through Dark Horse. I was a massive Nickelback fan when I was little.
Those are, oh God, you're gonna regret that later.
I know.
Hey, at least you had the balls to tell you.
Yeah. I think I got All the Right Reasons first, and I think Silver Side Up was like their first album. And
yeah, Silver Side Up,
one. There's another one. Yeah, The Long Road, and
yeah, I remember.
And Dark Horse, which was actually my favorite of the bunch.
Really?
Yes.
I was oh God, we're going here.
We're going here.
Yeah, my most of my family is a fan of Nickelback, and I'm not as much as they are. But I will say that I enjoyed Silver Side Up whenever it came out. When I was a kid, my mom was playing it in the car a lot, and
you know, I think their song Too Bad was in the very first Fast and Furious, and that was actually one of the first songs that I remember.
I think that one's off of The Long Road, if I'm not mistaken.
No, that's off of...
Is it Silver Side Up?
Yeah, that's off of Silver Side Up.
What was on The Long Road? I'm looking this up now.
All the Right Reasons, Photograph.
All the Right Reasons, Photograph, Rockstar,
Save Me.
Save Me. Oh God, dude. Okay, we're about to like really throw it back now. Back when VH1 was still a thing. Did you ever watch VH1 Top 20 Countdown on Sunday mornings?
No, I only watched Headbangers Ball
Okay.
on TV when it comes to that kind of stuff. And that went away.
So here's the thing about VH1 Top 20 Countdown. It would show the top 20 music videos of that week, which was a cool idea.
Yeah.
It really, like, that, obviously VH1 doesn't even exist anymore, really. I don't think.
I don't know. I don't watch TV, man.
No one does. I don't either anymore, but yeah, every Sunday morning it would show the top 20 videos of the week, and fucking Saving Me was like #1 for so many weeks in a row. And bro,
It was a banger, dude.
oh
Like that
God.
was really their. I mean, Rockstar was their banger, I guess you could say.
Referring to any of these as bangers.
Dude, okay, I'm not gonna lie.
Words.
There's some of me that's like, okay, they're not nearly as bad as some of the shit I've listened to up to now.
That's a fair point. Do you prefer Nickelback or Creed?
Nickelback, all day, every day.
I don't know about that, man.
Listen, Tremonti is an amazing guitarist.
Hell
I
yeah,
can't
he
take
is.
anything from him. But for some reason, whenever I have to choose between the two, Nickelback. I know a lot more of Nickelback stuff than I do Creed stuff.
That's fair, but I mean, I think that, I mean, honestly, when you sit here and think about it, the guitar work in Nickelback songs aren't really that bad.
No.
Like, there's a few heavy fucking riffs in Nickelback songs.
Jack Kroger, the lead singer of Nickelback, can shred his ass off. That guy is...
I'd have to see proof of this.
He's good, I promise. Promise.
That's a bold accusation.
Needless to say, our music tastes mature.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But thinking back to dude, did you I'm sure you have to, there's probably one in this room somewhere. One of those giant cases of CDs. Did you ever have one of those?
Oh yeah.
There might be one behind me.
No, there's not.
Oh, no.
I used to, but I don't know where it went, man. In fact, I might have one downstairs because I remember having. I've got a bunch of stuff, man. I've got like Bring Me the Horizon CDs, Korn CDs.
Yeah.
All my Slipknot CDs I keep in the cases.
Yeah. Dude, I actually have almost every Metallica album on CD. I think the only one I'm missing is, there's a couple I'm missing. I don't have Death Magnetic, and I don't have Garage Inc., the cover album, I don't think.
You have, what is it, Lula? What's it called?
Lula.
Their album with Lou Reed.
Yeah, must not. I remember
it's not highly praised.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that one of my favorite Metallica albums is probably Injustice for All, man. And like, despite some of the issues with it.
I mean, I can't say I know all of Injustice for All that well, but one
Masterpiece.
Yeah,
Masterpiece.
that's one that's the first riff I learned on guitar, that opening riff.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because of Guitar Hero.
Because of guitar.
Because of guitar.
Specifically.
It was because of Guitar Hero.
I owe it all to guitar. But and Justice for All itself, the title track, is a great song. Blackened, holy shit, Blackened is so good. It's probably one of the heavier ones on there, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm trying to think of other.
Was that their first album with Newstead? Yeah, it was.
Because you can't hear
bass.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he was there.
You guess he was there.
I'm told.
Yeah. But then they came out with the Black Album after that, because they literally said, so we went a little too hard, let's write simpler songs. And then they wrote the biggest album ever in the metal community.
Yeah.
In the rock community, in the world. Yeah, it's a huge album.
I mean, I'm probably going to get, some hate for saying this, even though I praise the hell out of them. I'm not the biggest Metallica fan in the world by any means. Like, I'm not religious about them like a lot of people are. That being said, I've seen them, and I have most of their albums. So that just goes to show how freaking insane they are. But somebody who doesn't even go crazy about them, spends that much money on their shit.
It's just like, if you're a metalhead, you're going to listen to most of their stuff.
Okay, who's your favorite of the big four?
Slayer.
No, it's not. You're lying. Is it really? I mean, that's fine.
No. It's probably Metallica.
Probably Metallica.
I mean, they're the ones I relate to most.
Yeah, that's what most people would say.
They're the ones I know more than the other three. The other ones being Megadeth, Slayer, and Anthrax.
Yes.
Yeah.
Megadeth is my favorite.
Anthrax is the one I know the least.
I'm not an Anthrax guy. I'm really not.
I've seen them.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
When did you see him?
2012 at Mayhem Fest.
Oh, Mayhem. Dude, wasn't Motorhead there?
Mm-hmm. That was one of the few times that they toured. They did the Carolina Rebellion the following year, and then Lemmy said, I'm gonna head out.
Oh, man. Motorhead. You saw Motorhead.
I did. I saw Motorhead.
You lucky bastard.
They were by far the loudest band there. They were way louder. They were way louder than Slipknot.
Dude,
the headliners.
Most badass thing I've ever seen. I frequently watch videos of Motorhead, and my favorite ones are just the ones where they come out on stage. Lemmy's got his bass, a wall of Marshall amps behind him. He's smoking a cigarette, got his whiskey in his hand. He comes up to the mic, he goes, "All right, we're Motorhead, and we're gonna kick your ass," and they just start Oh, that's the most badass shit I've ever seen in my life.
He's a legend, and he went until the wheels fell off.
Dude, that man, he played like a grown man. Jesus Christ, man. He played his last show a week before he died, or something like that.
I don't remember how he died. I'm sure it was complications of some type,
It was complications of living for him.
And drinking every day for 70-something years.
My favorite story about that guy is he actually got arrested going over the Canadian border one time for smuggling.
Really?
Yeah, and they charged him with smuggling blow, but it was speed, so he got off.
Oh God.
Like, what the fuck, dude? If they'd have gotten that charge right, we would not have had Motorhead.
No.
What the hell just happened? Did we lose a light?
I think we did.
I think we still look fine.
I think we're good.
Fine.
We're good.
Alright, this is the part where it gets a little chiller. A little more ambiance.
Sure.
What the hell were we talking about? Shit. Man, you know, how long have we gone? Where are we at?
We're at 17 minutes, 30 seconds.
17 minutes, okay. We've actually gone a hot minute here. Okay, but now, so we started this off going into the, this type of stuff that we listened to before and how we listen to it.
Yeah.
Now, no one listens to CDs anymore whatsoever. Vinyl's making a comeback.
We haven't
For
printed
collective
a single
purposes.
CD
We
of
have
our
not.
own music because
There's no need.
it's not going to be profitable at this point in
No.
time.
Like, the only good thing about printing CDs is, for your guys who come to the show and they really want one, for, sentimental purpose.
Yeah, and that's the only
That's
reason
fine.
I buy CDs these days.
Absolutely.
And honestly, I would much prefer to buy if I'm buying it for that reason, buy
Get vinyl.
vinyl.
That's why it's coming back, man.
And it's like you have to go through just as much of a difficult process to listen to a CD these days. So why not just like have a full vinyl album that looks
Yeah.
dope and
New cars
Yeah.
don't have CD players in them
no, they don't.
whatsoever. And your stereo, like if you even fucking have one, what?
You've been through that.
Yeah. It'll play one CD at a time usually, or you got one of them fancy 6 CD changers.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. It's just, like you said, it's just as easy to hook up a vinyl.
I mean, I'm Bluetooth all the way with my stuff, and I just play Spotify, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. Spotify, Apple Music. I don't know. Do people still use iHeartRadio or any of that
I
shit?
mean, people use Amazon and
Yeah.
YouTube, but I mean, that's all you need. And I don't hate it. It is a great way to find new music. I can't even
Yeah.
begin to tell you how many new artists I've found through that. But the one thing that I do hate, and I can explain it to you like this: they pay like 0.006. I think it's 0.0006 cents.
No, it's 0.006.
It is 0.006. 0.006 cents
It's
per stream.
It's roughly half a cent. Like with Spotify, it's 0.006. With other ones, it's a little
more.
ever so slightly more, ever so slightly less.
Yeah, I think Apple Music is like double that.
No way, it's double that.
It's a lot
Jesus
more.
Christ, we need to start pushing Apple Music more.
Well, either way, it
Most
sucks.
people use Spotify, I think.
Yeah,
more
and
so
I
than
mean
Apple Music.
the layout of Spotify and the way you can find new music is
It's definitely better.
yeah.
to me.
It is better. I mean,
Jesus.
whenever I think about whenever I was younger,
I tried to drink this microphone. I'm an idiot. Okay, carry on. Sorry.
I mean, when I was younger and stuff, the way I found new music was through YouTube, and that's how I still find a lot of new music.
Yeah.
But these days it's mostly through Discover Weekly and My Daily Mixes, and that is so awesome.
Yeah. I think, God, I don't even know how. I mean, what about the radio? When's the last time you listened to the radio?
I don't.
See, I'm a rare exception. I listen to the radio on the way over here. I kind of like the radio. It's simple. They pick what to play for you. But the thing about the radio is, it's a whole new music thing. You don't hear new music on the radio. Barely ever. I think the last fucking new song I heard on the radio was like a couple years ago when I heard Highway Tune by Greta Van Fleet.
Yeah.
And I was like, when the fuck did Zeppelin come out with a new album?
It's just, you're gonna hear a lot of the same stuff repeated constantly, and I'm not into it.
Yeah.
I love the new generation of music. I really do. It sucks that we can't get paid. Like, artists will never get paid what they used to. That's all there is to it.
Not doing the same things they used to. Like,
Yeah.
we got to adapt.
Exactly.
A lot.
I mean,
Which is what the fuck we're doing right now, talking to you. You've got to do everything, man.
yeah. I mean, artists can't, or musicians can't just be musicians these days. They have to first and foremost be a musician.
Yeah.
Oh, that was alright. They have to be a musician. They have to be a video editor.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be a marketing expert. Their own manager.
I mean, you've got to know things about production. I mean, if we didn't know anything about production, we wouldn't be sitting here with that mixer over there and Logic over there and these mics going into that.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be able to do everything, and I mean, we're
Lighting.
still, yeah. And prayerfully one day, you know, all of this will pay off, and we'll be able to pay people to do it for us. But at this point in time, that's not an option. But we love doing it.
Yeah, it's not a pain in the ass.
No. Like,
all the time.
Yeah. But I love this shit, and you know, I went to school for music industry, and all of this stuff is just fascinating to me, especially the business side of it. And we're talking about you got to adapt.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the way bands make money these days are through playing live shows and
Yeah.
through merchandise sales. Those are the two biggest contributors to artists, you know, having wealth.
Yeah. So honestly, we could transition this into, you know, if there's somebody watching us that wants to start a band, don't do it for the wrong reasons. I know you've probably heard that a million times, but do it. Play what the hell you want to play first and foremost. Don't play what you think is gonna sell. Play what the hell you want to play, because otherwise there ain't no point in doing it. And do what we just said. Learn everything.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's a crazy process, but you know, I feel like I've gained a crazy education, and at the end of the day, I feel like, you know, maybe if worse comes to worse, I would love to do any of these jobs that I'm learning through doing this.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's all just, it's all fun to me, but I'm hoping that we can figure out a way to eventually just make this where we can help this support itself rather than have our daily jobs have to support this. And I think there's a bunch of ways to do that. One is through merchandise sales. Another is through, hopefully we'll be able to play concerts again in the next year. I mean, you can do things like Patreon. You can, if you get big enough, you can get small, you know, sponsorships. Just a bunch of little things like that. And we want to be able to produce a great album for you guys. And it's expensive, I'll tell you that. We can do it ourselves. Oh, sorry. We can do this ourselves.
Yeah, we could produce it ourselves, but it's not the same, you know.
Mixing and
especially
mastering,
with metal.
Yeah. I mean,
Lord.
if we were in any other genre that didn't use like all live instruments, it would be a lot easier.
Yeah. And it'd be, I mean, even if you did go to a recording studio to track something that didn't require completely live instruments, it would still cost less because you're spending way less time in the studio. The producer is spending less time actually mixing and mastering the track, so it's probably going to be less at that end. And
you got to find somebody who you can trust and who has, you know, a good background, who has a good catalog of music that they've made in the past. And you know, maybe hopefully we'll be able to keep our stuff in-house eventually, because I mean, we're all working on our own techniques of recording and mixing and mastering every day. I've
definitely gotten better over the years, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
It's It's a very, very, very difficult thing to learn. All this isn't simple, but it's fun. But either way, I mean, hopefully at the end of the day we'll have something good coming out, and hopefully people will actually listen.
Well, I'll listen.
We will listen to it until we hate it.
How often do you listen to our shit now? I think we might have talked about this like
several times a week.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I find
I did take a break from it I didn't listen to any of our stuff for like a month. And then I came back to it and I could look at it in just more of an objective way of like, okay, I feel like I'm an outsider listening to it right now.
Yeah.
And you know, I really enjoy it. I mean, believe me, I can nitpick the hell out of everything we do.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But either way, it's a great first step. I don't consider our little EP our first actual, I don't know, I guess it technically is our first little musical venture, but like...
You talking about the very first one?
Yeah. I consider Havoc our very first record, EP, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Everything before that was really demos.
Pretty much.
And it was a learning process, and I feel like we're still learning what our sound is. We're getting a good idea. We got a pretty decent idea from that album. Everything seemed
what we're good at.
It seemed pretty consistent.
Yeah.
And the few songs we have written now, they kind of fall in line with it, but they've got more groove to it. I guess I'll say that much.
Yeah. I think I told you the other day, when you called me, I was sitting down writing a little bit. Dude, like, okay, this riff, it's like, the riff that I wrote the other day, it's just as heavy, I would say, as the stuff that was on this past album, but it's completely different. So I'm kind of looking forward to sharing some stuff like that, to where we take these ideas, and like from this past EP, and expand on them. Like, you know, there's definitely things in the last EP that could easily be expanded upon, I think.
Yeah. I mean, definitely.
What would you think is the weirdest, like, what do you think we're not good at that we need to get better at? Come on, this is good. That's good.
I mean, I feel like we could definitely get better at differentiating, you know, some of our verses.
I think the form is the thing. I think that the form of our songs needs to change a lot.
I don't know if that's
not a
the
lot,
case.
but like,
I mean, we could.
Looks like we ran out of room. Did we run out of room?
No, we didn't run out of room. It just stops after 30 minutes.
But
anyway, we were saying, I don't think the form of our songs really need to change.
Not all of them.
But we'll figure it out. I mean, I'm not opposed to it at all, because you still want to keep like a somewhat normal structure. I don't want to go, you know, Tool.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, I'm the last person who wants to do that. I don't like Tool, okay? I don't. I'm sorry. I respect Tool. I don't like Tool.
I quite enjoy them, but there's only one Tool, and there's not going to be anybody who replicates that in a cool way. They are the only band that can pull that style off well.
What about A Perfect Circle?
They're different.
Yeah, they are different. I kind of do like, I like them better.
They have normal song structure, for
yeah.
the most part. I prefer A Perfect Circle, if I'm being honest.
What about Pucifer?
I love me some Pucifer.
Glad we got that out of the air. Oh shit. So we've been going for 30 minutes. When do you want to cut this?
I mean, we can go ahead and end this if you want.
I mean, have we touched on everything that we didn't plan on touching on really anything?
Yeah, we've just been talking.
Well, next time on The show.
Hopefully next week we'll have this more thought out. It's been kind of scattered. We had a lot more planned, but this whole virus thing has kind of threw us for a loop. And we can't really have everybody over. We can't really rehearse right now, which is really sucking.
That's a pain in the ass.
Everybody's rehearsing themselves at home, so we'll still be ready. I still want to play the show May 23rd, New Brooklyn Tavern, Columbia. We'll see if it happens.
Yeah.
Tickets will be in the link below.
Click on it.
Click on it, yes. And once again, we have merchandise for sale.
Click on that.
Go check it out, buy it. It supports us. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully some of you stayed in. And
this might need to be heavily edited.
Yeah, I'll let you.
Especially the
this
Nickelback
week.
sections.
Yeah. No, maybe. Yeah.
Are you proud of the Nickelback?
No, I'm not proud of it. I was just accepting what I said.
Dude, you manned up and did it, man. Fuck it. I'm proud of you.
We'll see you guys next week with something different.
Bye.